Late Night Health continues. We're going to go and visit our friend Jay on the drums. I'm not going to drum because I apparently drum throughout the show each and every day that we do the show, and I drum and I drum and I drum, and I shouldn't be. But Jay on the drums should drum. Jay, welcome back to Late Night Health.
Mark, how you doing, man? It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has been. We appreciate all the social media that you've been garnering for us. Thank you.
No problem, man. It's all love. It's good to be back.
So, you're a professional drummer.
Yes, I am.
Play in rock bands.
You know, rock bands, and lately I've been doing more drumming in yoga classes and Zumba classes, getting to travel the country and meeting so many cool people along the way.
That is so neat. You know, we talked about that before. So do you just provide a steady beat so that I can meditate, or do you work out a program with a yoga instructor and you start slow and you build up? And
yeah,
then build down again?
Yoga and Zumba are they're definitely two different worlds. What I've been finding is a lot of people have been really receptive to the drum track that I provide for yoga. And basically, if I could sum it up, instead of a teacher, picking songs and making a playlist that are kind of already determined, they're not really in the moment, what I do is I make a drum track, drum beats in the moment, and that way if they're holding a pose, I can bring up the intensity of the drum. So it can take your mind off of the pose and the work, and that way you can trance yourself more into the moment, the yoga, the union. And when you're flowing, I can pick up the pace, I can slow down, and kind of, in a way, influence your heartbeat a little. So it's very, very interactive.
But what you just said was you do a track, so you do that in advance. This is an electronic drum. It's not...
Oh, no, not at all. When I say soundtrack, it's more like the sound that's with you. Think of it like a movie.
Okay.
But this is a live soundtrack, so it's being created in the moment without any rehearsal. It's strictly based off the feeling and the energy of each class. So everyone is different. Nothing is prepared. It's all done and created in the moment.
So you got this, you bring your drums with you.
Yes, definitely,
you got I don't even know what, a big drum, a little cymbal thing. And you use all of them?
Yeah, for yoga, I use what's called a djembe. It's an African drum made by Remo Percussion. And then it's got a lot of deep bass and high tones as well. For the Zumba, I use the djembe, also some bongos, some splashes, different kinds of cymbals. Yoga is more just one drum, but for Zumba, I can get a little more creative and use more things.
Ah, okay. And do you ever participate in the classes, the yoga itself?
Mark, honestly, for me, I find my yoga practice is through the drumming. Yoga, I believe the essence of it is union, and for me, it keeps me entirely in the moment because I can't afford to think about other things. And with the drumming, it's just very healing for myself as I get to provide that healing for others. So no, I don't get to practice too much. It's more drumming.
But you have done it.
Oh, yeah. For a while I did yoga, and that's where I kind of found the connection. Like, I've always obviously loved drumming, but I also loved yoga, and the two they just go together so well. You also
do fitness training, don't you?
Not so much. I do work at a health club.
Okay.
That's kind of my day job, but no, not so much like that.
Okay, gotcha. So you work, but you work out.
Oh, yeah, I love working out.
Okay, somebody can do my exercise for me. I found a guy to do that.
Mark, I got your back, man.
You got
me. Pick up the slack.
Hey, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Can anybody drum, or are there? How did you learn how to drum? As I said, I tend to beat on my desk here a lot. All right.
Yeah.
And not necessarily in time to anything. I'm just doing it and making a noise.
Yeah.
Is there what kind of skill techniques do I need to learn so I can be a drummer for yoga and Zumba?
Well, that's a really good question. When I started drumming, I never had the attention to do it until a friend asked me, my friend Justin Schmedeke, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. I just found I had the natural rhythm to do it, and I believe everyone could learn how.
We have to cut it short. You're in Phoenix real quick this weekend.
Yep, this actually through April 10th through the 13th, I'll be at Scottsdale, Funk Yoga, Tempe, Ha Yoga, Lifetime Fitness in Scottsdale, Yoga on the Rocks, and then also at Yoga Nirvana and the Yoga Hangout. So
got it. And
April 10th through the 13th.
In Phoenix, and if you go to jayonthedrums.com, you can find out more, jayonthedrums.com.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Jay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Hey, hour number 1 done for this week. Hour number 2 coming up. Don't you dare go away. If you want more, you can always go to latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com.